Hey guys, DC here, and this is my review and tutorial on Game Night, an Apple TV exclusive. We're going to get the game started here in just a moment. First things first, we need to connect to our application. So again, you'll see the QR code there to the right hand side. You can scan that with an iOS device. You can also access the game with a web browser, so any mobile device or computer will also do it. If you're accessing the game from a mobile device other than via QR code, you'll type in gnight.tv in the URL address, and you'll enter in the game code, and in this case it's SKUXN. Now the other option is to enter the game via the Game Night companion application on iOS. You can scan the QR code within the application, and that takes you right to the sign-in page to put your ID in. So right now I'm just putting the game IDs in here, so waiting for players to join. You'll see that at the top of the screen. So I've put Jane in. I'm working on another game and user ID, and then I'll put my last I'll be the last one to join with my ID. You'll see DC pop in there, but again, I'm just getting players to populate the room right now. The game is up to 6 players, but we're going to be using 3 in this tutorial. And in just a moment, you'll see my phone pop up and on the screen, so you can see what that looks like from the phone view. And again, this is from the application. The Game Night companion application is what the phone is showing. We're going to do a comparison later on between the application, the companion app, and the web version when you're using a mobile device. Now, Game Night was originally 2 separate games, Trivia Night and Word Hunt. This will be a 2-part of review and tutorial. Right now we're doing Word Hunt. In a later video I'll do the Trivia Night. So in most, your objective is to try to find as many words as you can using the 9 letters that are given. Whoever has the most correct words at the end of 3 rounds wins. You get extra points for larger words. So you'll see in the demonstration, any word that is 5 letters or more will give you double the points. So we're going to go live here. Again, there's a 45-second timer. Again, you can see my phone screen there. And the motion for entering words is you're swiping up from the letters. You'll be swiping up, and then you'll tap that arrow at the very top of your phone screen to submit. So I'm doing that on my phone as well as some other devices. As you enter in words, you'll see that there's like a little bubble that comes up out of the name. It just shows you a 5, 4, how many points that word is going to be, which is really cool. So, and again, whenever you see that 5, it means it's going to be double the points, and we'll see that in the results screen here shortly. So into that round, it's going to tally the scores here for us, and you'll see the words start to come down. And any word that is double the points, you'll see that the times 2 next to it. So the game gives you a running tally, also shows you the tally on your phone as well. Alright, we're headed into the next round here. So another 45 seconds. And if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I did a review of Word Hunt when it was an individual application before it was combined to Game Night. And you may have seen some of the backstory of how that came to be. I had a sort of an email discussion back and forth with the developer when Word Hunt was originally a standalone application within the iOS Apple TV App Store. Once the App Store pulled it, they pulled it down to do updates, and this is the update for Word Hunt. So this game is live and ready in the App Store, the combined sort of version with the Trivia Night combined to make Game Night. Alright, so we have another round down, and again, any words that aren't actual words, you'll see that red strike through on the word, so you don't get points unless it's an actual real word. Okay, now we're heading into our 3rd round here, and again, we're trying to get the words as long as possible. That will give us the most points. good strategy here is when you're entering words, try to always be thinking about the next word, your next and upcoming word, right? When I play this with my family and friends, again, it gets very competitive. So again, you need to approach it with a little bit of strategy, where as you're entering words, try to be thinking about your next and upcoming word. That's a way that you're going to be able to maximize your points. We're coming down towards the end of the round here. And again, I'm going back and forth between the different usernames to enter in words, so you'll see the bubbles coming up. Alright, so after the third round, at the end of the game, it's going to give us a grand tally here, and it will declare a winner. Same thing as the individual standalone application, but it looks a little bit different. You get a little crown there for the winner instead of like the huge circle, which you may have seen in my other video. So you get that crown on whoever the winner is, and if there's a tie, you'll see 2 crowns, or 3 crowns if there's a tie with the scores once they're tallied. All right, so we're back in the lobby here. I think I'm going to show you some of the other features in the game. You can turn the sound on and off. You can turn the music on and off as well. That's one thing you weren't able to do in Word Hunt. You weren't able to kind of tweak some of those settings of sound and music. So if you get tired of the sound or the music, you can turn that off. The other Word Hunt game didn't really have music to it. This one has music, but if you don't like the music, you turn it off. Right now I logged out of my application version on my phone, and now I am entering into the game via the web version. So again, you'll see the on my phone screen, you can see the URL address. You can see some more of the sort of the phone functions here, as opposed to being in the application directly. But again, it works pretty much the same way. It looks very similar to the application. Like I said about Word Hunt in my prior video, the application I feel like runs a little bit smoother. It's a little more responsive, but again, the app version and the web version are very, very similar. It's really hard to notice that responsiveness between the two, but I do prefer the app. Don't mind my phone there. I was just kind of twisting the screen up and down. You can actually play this game with your phone screen facing up as opposed to the side when you're on the web version. Potentially on the app too, but with Word Hunt, when it was a standalone application, you were forced to turn your phone sideways to play it. But in this version, you can actually have your phone facing straight up and still play. So just a little bit of an added feature there. And again, just like the prior app, the Word Hunt standalone application, you have the X on your phone in the upper left-hand corner where you can X out if you want to leave the game. And again, leaving the game, having that option, you want to make sure that you use it if you need to rotate people, and if you have a maxed out room, you have 6 players playing, and you want to add somebody easily, make sure that person, whoever is not playing, doesn't just close their window or leave the app. Make sure they leave the game by using that X, and that makes it that much easier to rotate somebody out. And again, this is if you have a large amount of people playing, just to kind of get people in and out quickly out of the lobby. But yeah, you can see here it looks very similar to the app version on the phone, and this looks very similar to the standalone app, which was kind of which was in the App Store prior. So it's just a nice little upgrade. Has the music, has the same sort of sounds, but it just has a different look and feel from the older version of Word Hunt. You have the little graphic there of the card sliding down while you're getting your tally. Just a different look and feel. Once you're done watching this video, if you haven't seen the Word Hunt review that I did, be sure to check that out for me. So you can kind of get an all-encompassing view of how the game came to be and kind of what it used to look like. Now, the Word Hunt application that I have, luckily I downloaded it, installed it, onto my device and my phone before they took it out of the App Store. There's a few games I'll be reviewing on my channel that no longer exist in the App Store. This is an example of that, where again they'll pull the game, but if you've already downloaded, you can go back and access and still play it. So again, you can only access this version, but just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an insight on kind of the way that the App Store works. All right, so we have another winner, end of the round there. That should be the end of the game. And again, I appreciate you guys watching the video in its entirety, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.